Dude, you would not believe what happened last night. Check out my security cam footage. Just wait a second.
Okay. They got me too. Just beer though, right? At least they didn't get our power tools.
Nicholas, you were on a TV show recently, Nicholas.
Wait, I was?
Yes, you were. You
Oh,
want
yeah, that
to
was
talk
me.
about that?
Yeah,
you want
sure.
to talk
I'll
about that?
talk about it.
The show, the whole thing around it. Let's talk about it.
You know, it's quite funny because I'm on two separate like agency things. One of the things I've been on, I've done for a long time. It's called Lori Lenz. It's located in Waukesha, Milwaukee, and whatnot. And I've been on it for a long time, like ever since I was like probably 8th grade. Just because like when I was younger, I wanted to be an actor and whatnot. And then I also do Backstage, which is like my own like agency thing, so I can go out, find jobs, like scrolling through, and you sign up and you basically do all the work yourself. But I don't really put a lot of work in the Lori Lenz. It's kind of like one of those things that comes up like every few months. But I got a message that they're looking for extras for this show called Pera Talks With You. And I was like, all right, that sounds cool. So I had to fill out like this application, like audition form, and like submit photos of myself and like basically a questionnaire and whatnot. And then I didn't really put like I took it seriously, but I didn't think anything was gonna come of it because usually that's kind of how it goes, like with Lori Lenz.
Yeah. Well, then it's auditioning. You know, it's just that get used to rejection.
Exactly, yeah. Like the amount of shit the amount of work I've put into Backstage and gotten nothing out of it's a lot. But
yeah.
Eventually I got a message that was like, "Hey, you have to do this COVID COVID it was something through HBO that was like a COVID actor like educational program that takes like 2 hours. So I had to get through it all. And then by the time I was done, I had to go to this like warehouse basically in Milwaukee. Yeah. So one day after school, I just had to drive out to Milwaukee and they COVID test me in this giant warehouse. And then like that's literally all I had to do. I walked in, they swabbed my nose, and I was like, do I have to do anything else? Like I thought they were gonna like fit me for costumes or something, and they're like, no, you're good. So I drove back.
Because I thought what you were wearing in the show was like your own thing. Because like you walked down, I'm like, oh wait, he's just wearing the exact same costume he wore in Pesticide.
Yeah. Then then I get an email that says, wear something like comfortable and like what you wear. So I was like, so I just wore that because I was like, yeah, this seems like something like a teen would wear. I mean, I wear it.
Yeah.
And then we had to meet at this church, like a week later, because we all got COVID tested and we came out like negative and whatnot. And I sat there for literally like 3 hours just sitting there by myself, like not by myself. There's other people there, but just sitting there and waiting. And finally they were like, all right, you guys are ready to go. And I was with 2 other kids. They seemed like they were a little younger than me, definitely high school age, but both of them like seemed like they had already done stuff like this with Lori Lenz, but I was kind of new to all this. And we pull up and there's this big white van that we pile into, and they drive us like 5 minutes out to like this neighborhood, because the whole shtick with Pera Talks With You is like it's a Midwestern show, and you know we're located in Wisconsin. Not to dox you guys, but so you could literally drive anywhere and it fits. And it was really a surreal experience because there was just like a shitload of cars on the street, and you know all this stuff you see on TV shows when people go to like acting stuff, like all like the giant cameras and that. And like it was like such a weird but like nice vibe to everything, because like we went inside and they had to sit down and there was like kids coloring pencils like scattered on the table, and I can only imagine that was because they had like child actors there or something. And we just waited, and Pera came in, and I saw him sitting in the other room. He was just sitting there talking to someone. And then he left after a while, and they came in and got us, and they're like, all right, so for this scene you're gonna have to steal alcohol out of this fridge. So literally, we did 2 takes. That's all we did. They had me lead, which I was very glad about because you can't see the other 2 like at all.
You really can't, no.
Yeah, so it would have literally been useless if like the third guy you can't even see.
No, you really can't. No, you
Yeah.
see the second guy a little bit, but otherwise, like, it's you front and center, the second guy a bit, and then the third almost completely encased in shadow.
Yeah, so I was very grateful for that. And it was a little upsetting because they had a camera that was sticking out of the window, out of this door that was in front of us. It had a way better angle on us. And I thought that's the one they were using. I didn't even see the security cam. I didn't even know it was there.
Oh, okay.
But maybe that was the point. I don't know.
I think that was the point, because like, you could barely see your face.
Oh yeah,
which I
you
think
can't tell
might
it's
have been
me.
intentional.
If I hadn't told you guys that and you watched the episode, you never would have known it was me. But yeah, we had to walk in, steal beer out of this fridge, and walk out. And they gave us the count and whatnot. And afterward, we actually got to meet Joe Pera, and he like literally was exactly like how he was, in like on TV. Like maybe he was still acting, I don't know, but to me, he was just this very soft-spoken, nice person, and he thanked us for being there. And he seemed like a super nice guy. I have like literally nothing but positive things to say about working on their set.
You know, you mentioned that, and I just watched, I think it was like a few episodes from season 2, and then I showed my dad the episode that you're on, and my dad is like convinced that he's playing a character, that it's like some like performance art type thing, and I don't even know.
Teens can upset even the most controlled environment. In this case, my second fridge. I can keep it stocked and clean and set to 38 degrees. But if people that age want to pilfer my Pilsners...
Yeah,
Like,
I know.
I can't tell.
It's this weird like limbo where you're not sure.
Mm-hmm.
And like when I talked to him, he was just how he was in the show. So,
That's fascinating.
and he was a super nice guy, and then like yeah, everyone on the set was just super nice.
So you didn't have to sign any like NDAs for this, right? You aren't lying.
Yeah, I
to
was
us?
wondering about this too, because you're kind of just giving us all this information, Nick.
I don't know. I don't remember.
Oh God.
I mean, I don't
Uh-oh.
think. I don't think so. Like what?
Okay.
The show's already out, so I mean, like
Oh, so when was this filmed then?
this was filmed last. This is probably like last March.
Huh.
Oh,
Because I know
okay.
that in the episode he says like 2018 or something,
You know, it was filmed
Which is-
last year.
which is bizarre. Because I figured, I'm like, well, Nick has longer hair in this episode. You know, like when you showed up, so I'm thinking like this couldn't have been 2018 when they filmed this.
Yeah. No, it was like last year. But no, I hope they didn't. I don't think they had me sign anything like that. I mean, like, like the episode's already out, so I don't know.
Is that knocking I hear in the background, Nick?
FBI, open up!
Do. I hope to God not. But hey,
Yeah,
nothing but good
that's-
things to say about the show.
Yeah, that's fascinating though. I love Joe Pera. I mean, I watched his like original, like the animated Joe Pera Talks You to Sleep or whatever it's called, or helps you sleep, whatever it is. And I love listening to that. It helps me sleep so, like his voice is so soothing,
Yeah.
you know, in like a very kind of off way. I can't really describe it. And I just love his storytelling ability too. You know how he'll just talk about something, mention something as an anecdote, and then talk about that anecdote for a while and then go on to something else. I just love that stream of consciousness type
It's a
feel to
very,
his
like,
writing.
Yeah, it's a very new. Like, I feel like a show like this is just very unique. Like, it's not really going off of anything that's been done before.
Right.
And it puts a lot of people off, but I think it's a very nice
Yeah.
show. I don't know any other way to put it, really.